One of the most common questions that people bring up when I'm talking to them about veganism is, what about eggs? I'm an athlete, or I need a lot of protein.
Scrambled eggs.
How do we replace those? How do I get a protein-rich, quick, cheap, easy breakfast replacement? Keep watching and we'll get into that today with a quick, simple tofu scramble recipe. Hey friends, Serena here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am bringing you one of my favorite simple tips for going vegan, and that is a scrambled egg recipe. Or, that did not sound right. I meant a scrambled tofu recipe. We are cutting out eggs. It is simple, delicious, cheap, protein and nutrient packed, gluten-free, and customizable for whatever your favorite vegetables, flavors, and additives are. So if you are struggling with removing eggs from your diet, I highly recommend that you try out this recipe, so follow along and let's get started. The first step is to chop and saute your onion. I sauteed mine in just a little bit of vegetable broth from a bullion cube, but you could use olive oil. The key to sauteing with vegetable broth or water is to add just enough liquid so that the onions don't stick to the pan, but not so much that the onions get soupy and caramelized. You will want to stir the onion occasionally to keep them from sticking too much, but a little sticking will help them brown nicely. While the onions are cooking, you can go back and chop your pepper. At this point, while the pepper is cooking, I will prep any other veggies or meaty substitutes such as vegan sausage that I want to add. For today's recipe, I chose zucchini because it's what I had in my fridge. Once your veggies are all cooked and tender, it's time to add the tofu. I give it a little bit of squeeze over the sink to drain some of the excess water so it will soak up the flavors of the scramble better. Then I scramble the tofu directly into the pan and stir it all together. Once the tofu has had a chance to cook a little bit, I add the seasonings. Turmeric gives the scramble the yellow look, and a pinch of black salt gives the scramble a nice eggy taste if you are wanting that. I've linked to the full recipe and amounts of seasonings in the description below, which are key for the perfect flavor. Once the tofu is cooked and you've added your seasonings, now it's time to customize this however you want. I added a can of cooked beans and some chili powder for Mexican style, but sometimes I will add a handful of fresh spinach or some vegan cheese shreds, whatever your vegan heart desires. Alright, I'm gonna dig in now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and tell me what you think. If you try this recipe out at home, what do you add to it? This is my go-to. I really like the black beans in Mexican style. Sometimes I'll put some avocado on top as well. And go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and tell me what else you would like to see. Alright, I'll see you next week.